Okay, good afternoon from Guabata, Costa Rica. So we drove up the mountain to this coffee plantation, but the only way that I can do this justice is I have to back up a minute and let you watch a little bit of the video of the road coming up here. It was crazy. I got my son and my grandson with me, and we are getting ready to hike. We're hiking up this hill here, Eddie?
We'll go up here.
All right, so we're gonna hike up this hill here. We're gonna go back here to this coffee plantation. We're gonna meet a friend of Eddie's up here. But while we hike up this hill a little bit, you watch this video of the road getting here. It was crazy.
Hola, amigo. Bien, ¿y tú?
Bien, por dicha.
Nelson,
Hola, amigos.
este es mi papá. Es un honor a presentarlo a ti.
Muy joven. Ah, ¿cómo le va? ¿Español?
Un poquito.
Un poquito.
Ya.
Un poquito.
Está
¿Todo
bien,
bien?
Él quiere grabar todo.
Perfecto.
Está bien. Él
No
está
hay problema.
emocionado. Y conoces a mi hijo Luis,
Claro.
¿verdad? Digo hola.
¿Cómo estás? La derecha. Eso.
¿Es bien mi video?
Perfecto.
Perfecto, sí.
Yeah.
Cuéntale que esto es una laguna.
This is a lake. They say it's an old volcanic lake. Volcánico,
yes.
¿no?
Nice.
Se cree que es volcánica por hace muchos años.
I think just long time ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You see all the flowers?
Yeah.
Los flores, no recuerdo de tantas flores de allá. Hola, perito. Kissy.
Hola, Kiki.
Kissy.
Hola.
No, brava.
Sí.
Amiga, ¿cómo está todo?
Bien.
Bien.
Yeah. Estuvimos.
Okay, so we've made our way up to Nelson's house up here. Look at the view of the valley below. It's amazing. And they're telling me watch my step, don't fall down the steps. But it's really beautiful up here. And so this farm is a family farm. It's a family that they grow coffee. It's all organic here. And I think you're going to find it really interesting. They live here on this farm, and they grow the coffee, they roast the coffee, they do everything here themselves, and this is how they make a living. So it's pretty cool. This is his
Mi
daughter.
nombre es Luis. Mucho gusto.
En español, Luis.
Ah.
Y yo mira adelantando el camino.
The smell is really good here. So, I wish that you had the ability to smell what we're smelling now, but there you go. What do you think about that? Smells really good. So in Eddie's hand here, there's a raw bean here, and you can see. Actually, I ate one a minute ago, and it's really sweet. Not the nut itself, but the shell is really sweet.
So then here's it. Después de secar. This is after drying.
So, they dry it out and take the hull off of it, and then this, of course, has been roasted.
Utilizando el
No, porque estoy sin cerdos.
sin cerdo.
Me los quité en diciembre.
Ok.
La idea es traer
Okay.
en estos días, ver cómo nos acomodamos un poquito para traer. Comprar por unos 4.
Okay. So he used to have 4 pigs,
Okay.
and he used the waste from the pigs
Uh-huh.
to create a methane gas that he would use to toast.
Oh, wow.
But at Christmas, they ate them. comió para la Navidad,
Sí.
¿verdad? Yeah.
Ahí
So
en
he's-
ese cajón lo cociné.
They cooked them down below. So they're waiting to get more. So we can...
Okay.
¿Tienes un bebé? ¿En serio?
¿En serio? ¿Quién?
¿Quién se llama el bebé? ¿Cómo?
Esa no es un bebé. Él tiene 2 años.
Es un bebé.
Es un bebé.
Es un bebé.
Yeah.
How did you get interested in coffee?
¿Cómo iniciaste tu interés en café?
Pues somos caficultores de toda la vida.
So we have been coffee farmers pretty much our whole
Bueno,
lives.
desde niños,
Okay.
Kids.
coffee, en esas fincas,
So here in
nos
these
criamos
farms,
en el café.
we grew up in the coffee.
Y en el año 2013
And then in year 2013,
adquirí esta propiedad.
they started getting this property
Un
rented.
pequeño terreno, es pequeño, son 1566 metros, pero
So-
siempre con la idea
So we had about 100 some square meters at the beginning, but the idea was,
y en el 2020
and then in 2020,
comenzamos con la idea del café. Siempre lo tuve en mi cabeza.
we started the idea of coffee. So
Ah.
even from 2013, I had the idea of coffee in my mind, but took us until about
Y en el
2020.
2020 le
okay.
comenzamos a dar
That's
idea,
when we started
poco a poco.
Yeah. Well,
making this idea come
see.
together.
Uh-huh.
And that's where this kind of explains a little bit. Café Koya, which is his nombre de tu mamá.
Sí,
Sí,
socorro.
okay.
Koya was
It's
his
the name of
mother's
your
name.
mother. Yeah.
And that's what he's named his coffee
Oh,
after.
okay.
Born several years ago, it's passionate, main founder, has a great love of the countryside where he grew up. From a young age, his mother instilled in him a desire to excel. Thus, in 2020, he has taken the initiative to shape this great project, aiming to bring their homes a quality, high-end coffee, in addition to being 100% oreseño from
Yeah.
Orosio.
Y
Yeah.
aquí vamos,
Okay.
Here we are.
poco a poco.
Little by little.
Este año tenemos la fe, por lo menos,
year we have
de
the faith.
arrancar con el edificio, pasar todo el equipo para acá abajo.
So they want to be able to construct a little building down below to be able to move all the equipment off of their back porch
Uh-huh.
here down below.
Okay.
Just kind of standardize
Esa es
it.
la idea.
That's
Ah,
the
aquí vamos.
idea. That's what we hope to do.
Y siempre agradecido con usted
It's
por
very
venir,
thankful
Eddie.
for me
Muchas
and
gracias.
to come and everything.
Y 20 minutos.
So he usually has it in here about 20 minutes.
Okay.
Con permiso.
So this is the roaster that he was talking about before that he used to use methane. He had some pigs here, and the waste off the pigs he would generate methane off of, and trying to keep totally organic and off the grid here. But at Christmas they needed a Christmas dinner, so the pig fell victim to the Christmas dinner. But so he's roasting this here in about 20 minutes. You can see he's got a little flame going underneath here. Right now he's just using propane, but he has used methane in the past.
Entra como
Ah.
okay, it goes in looking like that. Y después de 20 minutos, after 20 minutes, is when it comes out like this.
I've had the privilege of drinking a lot of the coffee that comes from here, and I can tell you that it's excellent. This gentleman is a craftsman, and he pays a lot of attention to details and making sure that everything is done correctly. You can see that he takes a lot of pride in this work, and it's just a privilege to be here today.
So he's testing it.
This is where he's testing it.
Revisando que el tueste vaya bien.
So he's reviewing whether or not the toast is well, the roast is well.
3-4 minutos.
He's
How
saying-
do you know?
Yeah, he says 3 or 4 minutes. ¿Cómo sabes?
Ahí lo vamos calculando el tueste y poco a poco. Y ya de aquí para arriba, como ya hay mucho humo, comenzar a cuidarlo.
Okay, so when he starts seeing a lot of smoke coming out, that's when he knows, okay, I need to start checking it. I need to
Oh,
be
okay.
careful for it. And then he's going to pull samples and just watch the color,
Uh-huh.
watch the smell.
So this is an art here. This is an art that's perfected through generations of work.
He's going for mediano.
Sí, tueste.
So medium.
He's going for a medium to roast. He's going to test it again.
You can see that the smoke
¿Cómo va cambiando?
has really increased coming out of
And you
there.
can see the color's changed a little bit darker.
Oh yeah, yeah.
En un tueste como este, ya usan para sacar un licor de café.
So they'll pull it at this if they want to make a coffee liquor.
Okay.
Tenemos que aprender a hacer licor de café.
Yeah. that'll be a future project. Learning how to do that.
La compuerta.
Es la puerta. Pueden abrirlo y el café sale.
Ya cuando está frío. Sí, con permiso. Un
Muchas
momento.
That's weird.
You see, turn on the fan
Uh-huh.
underneath.
So we're getting close to having a finished product here. He's just checking it. Gonna pour it back in because it's not quite there, but he's getting close.
Va a ser la próxima generación.
Papa, that
Yeah.
car's like burning up and burning.
That's correct. Yes, that's correct.
¿Verdad, Luis? En el futuro vas a venir a mi casa ya grandote
Y hacer el
con tu
tour.
papá, igual que tu padre.
Yeah. It's getting a little bit darker.
Yep, you can see it's changing colors
Ya casi.
as it goes.
Comienza a sonar un crap como las palomitas de maíz y escuchas.
If you listen, he's like, you'll start to hear a pop like popcorn.
Uh-huh.
Y cuando ya está más,
And when you hear this and it starts getting faster,
no puede ni comenzar. Clac, clac, sino.
so when it's right on top of each other.
You
Pues mi
said
amor, ya va a salir el café, te
Escucho.
puedo quemar.
I hear it. It's crucial. You said?
Está caliente,
Está muy caliente.
muy caliente. Escucha.
Muy parecido a palomita.
Muy parecido a las palomitas. Está caliente.
It's
Bueno,
perfect.
bueno,
Okay,
He's
so
gonna open it.
we're getting close to opening this up here. There's the coffee coming out. You can hear the popping. Let me see if I can get you up here where you can see this.
La idea es terminar el tuerto,
y si no hubiera abanico allá abajo, se los quema.
Ah, yeah.
Un extractor de calor.
He's trying to stop the toast.
Okay.
He got it where he wants it. He's got to cool these beans
Okay.
and out.
All right, I don't know if you can hear Eddie, but what he's saying is that they got the toast right where they need it to be, and if they didn't stir this and try to cool it off, it would keep roasting. So he's got it where he wants to be. He's trying his best to get it cooled off as fast as possible so that it quits roasting.
Un poco difícil.
So like that heat fire.
Yeah.
Pero sabes lo que piensan
Like,
que
so it
tiene.
circles around, it gets heated.
Does it?
Like goes in and pop it out and then like pull down and do it again.
Yo quería hacer como yo, ver cómo compró avena para hacer abono orgánico. Porque ahora ven aquí.
Esto es
La trilladora.
¿Cuál es el nombre?
Trilladora.
Trilladora. It takes the skin off the meat.
Okay, so we're going to start another batch here. It's got a little bucket going in of the raw beans. And the process starts all over again. So, opens up the lever, he's letting it back down into the roaster.
¿Te gusta el café? ¿Ya?
Claro.
¿Cuál es tu trabajo? Okay.
Trabajo, un nombre. ¿Cuál es tu trabajo? Diga, probar café.
Probador de calidad.
Sacadora, diga. Yo soy sacadora del café.
How do you feel?
Look at
Over
that.
here. You'll be able to see from there.
12.5. Entonces, como yo no tengo,
Yeah.
pues yo lo muerdo.
Yeah.
Tiene que estar, muérdalo con este colmillo. Si él se desplaza, pues le falta sol
Okay.
y estar duro. Pues, pero yo no tengo la máquina. ¿Ya?
Yeah. So what he's explaining is a lot of farmers they've got the humidity or
Yeah, a meter that.
that will gauge. It's the same in corn or soybeans
right.
or whatever, where how much humidity is still in the bean. And so you want to get the humidity in the bean dried out to a certain degree so you can toast it.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have one of those, so he's learned how much give on his
by
tooth
putting his
by
teeth.
biting it down
Yeah.
will give the.
Con el
Nice.
diente saco la humedad.
So his teeth are his. There you go. This is freshly roasted coffee.
So you can see that he put that. There's the stack up there. So he put them fresh beans in, and you can tell it's hardly smoking at all now. But if you recall a few minutes ago when things got towards the end, there's a lot of smoke coming out. So
Can I try it?
you want to try that, Lewis?
Move them across.
Nice.
You want to do it really slow, and remember it's all still hot.
So my grandson is getting a shot at learning how to make coffee.
Estas alturas, ¿verdad? Como por ejemplo Costa Rica 95, los Esperanza,
These are different names of the coffee plants. So they have, Costa Rica 96, Hope. These are different strands.
hay
of
variedades de
coffee,
café que
varieties
se
of
adaptan
coffee.
a las alturas.
And then each one grows at different
altitudes. Yeah.
El geisha
There's the geisha coffee.
es muy bueno y a 1600 metros.
So, but you have to grow it at least 1,600.
Y el vecino acá de la laguna tiene. Y yo este año lo cultivé. Apenas esté, te llevo una muestrita.
Okay.
Porque
He's almost finished his first round of geisha coffee.
Ah,
which is
nice.
the
esta vez lo
highest.
mandamos por encomienda a
But you have
Estados
to grow
Unidos.
it at 1,600 meters above sea level.
Estás muy pesada. Ay, pesas.
So just some observations here. Isn't it really neat to see, this family business here, this man with his daughter, and they get to be together.
You're gonna go down now
Oh,
and see the plants. You're gonna pick it. You're gonna do the beginning part of the
All right,
process.
he's gonna
So
put
you saw
me-
the very end. Now we're gonna go to the
all right,
beginning.
he's gonna put me to work.
Throw it hard.
Eso.
There we go.
There they go.
Echa más.
Oh! No, it's confiti.
So what? I failed to catch this on camera, but because everything is organic here, he's keeping these chickens here, and he moves them around. They do a couple things here. So they keep the the brush down, and they help so he don't have to spray, and also they keep the pests away, so he doesn't have to use pesticides on the thing. So that's, even though he gets eggs and meat from the chickens, the byproduct is he's using the chickens to keep the pests away from his crops. So just a really smart way to do it. So I got to be careful here with my walking, but we're gonna walk out in the fields, and we're gonna look around a little bit. Oh, can you imagine? This is your office every day, though, and looking out over the scenery is beautiful. So
See the coffee flowers beginning to bud. So that'll get really strong here in April. And the only thing that smells better than roasted coffee and freshly brewed coffee is the flower.
flower.
The flower is
Y
incredible.
estos son ya granos.
And so you can see the beginning, the coffee bean will come out of those flower buds.
Ya en agosto ya comienzan a recolectarse.
Oh, so this one he'll be ready to collect in August.
Oh, okay.
Agosto.
Yeah.
So you can see the beginning of it. So here en un mes es cuando va a florear, más o
Sí,
menos.
en la florea buena, abril y mayo.
Okay, so the strong flowering is April and May.
Okay.
So you'll see it and it'll turn white.
Los picos altos de florea.
Yeah. So,
Ya hubo una florea, pero no es la buena.
so we've already had one flowering, but it wasn't the big one, the strong
Oh,
one.
okay.
Big strong one's April and May.
Papiro.
Papiro. We were learning about this plant because I'm like, this looks like an alien plant. It's called papiro. We looked it up last time I was here.
Quiero hacerme unos rotulitos
Oh yeah.
y ponerles papiro, por ejemplo, esa planta que está ahí arriba se llama guacamaya. La que
Guacamaya.
está al lado arriba del camino,
Uh-huh.
guacamaya. Y sirve para cuando los perros tienen alergias en la piel y se machuca y se les junta a los perros.
So you can take this one, take the leaves and like rub it together and it makes a little thing that he rubs on the dogs when the dogs get allergic or something on their skin.
Guacamaya.
It's called guacamaya.
Guacamaya.
No, well, see? Yeah, so what he's taken, you can kind of see it over there a little bit clear. After he separates the coffee bean from the cherry, he then takes the cherry into here and converts it back into organic
Oh, okay.
soil that then works as
Y aquí
fertilizer.
sacamos el
Only
insumo
one.
And then so he's going to take off the liquid and make this.
Oh,
spray
like
this.
a.
para las plantas,
So he'll spray the
un
plants with it.
fertilizante orgánico.
It's a organic fertilizer.
Oh, okay.
You
A
see how
worm
it's coming out?
gross?
Come look at this, Louis.
What? Wait,
Step back so Papa can take a video.
what is that?
It's a fertilizer, organic fertilizer.
Oh, so it comes out of that tank,
Right.
and then he pours it in to make coffee.
Well, he uses it to fertilize the coffee plants. Eso no es café.
No,
Parece.
té de lombriz.
Té lombriz.
Té,
Té.
té de lombriz.
Ah, té lombriz.
Sí,
Okay, so it's worm tea.
So it's all
se
worms.
usa para las plantas como fertilizante.
So he sprays it on plants like a fertilizer.
Ah.
Estos muchos worms.
So this is the natural fermentation of the coffee.
Ah.
Geisha.
Oh, this is the geisha coffee that he's
Geisha
talking
coffee.
about.
Okay.
¿Cuántos días?
Ya tiene 3 días.
So it's been fermenting for 3 days.
Ah.
Y esa agua la
This water.
aprovecho como fertilizante.
You can smell it.
Yeah, so he'll use
Sí.
the water to fertilize that's left over everything. He reuses
okay.
everything to help.
Todo es orgánico.
Everything's
Para
organic.
que le
He
mande a
uses
John que
it.
estoy trabajando orgánico.
Yeah.
Okay. Esto es esa agua,
Uh-huh.
¿verdad?
So this
Fermentada.
water is fermented water.
Después de 22 días.
So after 22 days.
¿Huele?
Muchos.
Smell it. Smell
I
it.
can
Liz.
smell it. You can see the bubbles coming in.
Sí. Y es natural, no pasa nada.
It's all
¿Cómo huele, Luis?
Bien.
Rico.
Rico, sí.
Para el café, fertilizante.
Yeah, so
No
it's
usamos
fertilized.
del mismo café, del mismo coffee, lo devolvemos para el coffee.
Okay, I'm not getting the connection to this to the coffee. Is he soaking the?
So he soaks the beans
Uh-huh.
Anywhere from like 2 to 3 days.
For
And
this geisha
For,
coffee.
for all of his
All of
coffee.
his
The
coffee,
geisha, it's a little bit longer
yeah.
though. Then he uses the water that is soaked in, and he'll put it in there,
Uh-huh.
let it sit for 22 days, and fertilize even more.
Oh, okay.
Ferment more.
Ferment. Okay.
And then he'll use that to fertilize the other coffee
Oh,
plants.
okay.
Then the
Organic.
beans get processed. So
Okay.
he doesn't waste any bit of the coffee.
Also, that you don't use pesticides.
And he doesn't use any pesticides.
Okay.
Papá,
Aquí.
va aquí.
So, después de, perdón, de 3 días allá, o
Sí.
más o menos.
Viene para acá.
Ok, pero se
No,
inicia
esa
allá.
no. Ese es natural.
O no separadas.
Ese es diferente.
Ah, diferente. Okay. So he goes there first for 3 days.
All right.
Este es ese.
So this was that.
Okay. Okay.
Este es diferente.
And then that's a different type of
Oh,
coffee.
okay.
But you can see how it looks differently.
Yeah.
Respírelo, eh.
So after he ferments it in there, he
Yeah.
he puts it in there.
Geisha.
This is the geisha coffee.
Okay,
This
so-
is a different type of coffee, the geisha.
Este, 20,000 el kilo.
20,000.
Sí.
Oh.
20,000.
Pero yo, amigo suyo,
Uh-huh.
me voy a llevar para que lo pruebe.
Okay. So he's going to sell this for $40
$40.
a kilo.
Kilo. Nice. Yeah.
Porque
So it's a high-end coffee.
It's a high-end coffee.
es diferente.
It's very
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
Este, el sabor, hay que probarlo despacio y tira sabores a licores, vinos.
So it almost has like a wine,
Yeah.
deep liquor flavor to
Yeah.
it.
Y este, chocolate.
And then this one's a little more of a
dulce,
chocolatey, sweet
jazmín.
taste, a little bit
Mhm.
of a jasmine-y aroma
Los
to it.
aromas,
Mhm.
más dulce.
So it's
Este
very
es
different.
diferente por el proceso que se le da. Esto es un miel y esto es un natural.
Okay.
¿Listo?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Entiendo. Yeah.
Y ya no hay.
No lie. So if it's a normal coffee, he'll let it soak, and then he'll separate the cherry and the berry, and then lay the berry out, leaving the honey on it.
Oh, okay.
That's why he used the word miel. It leaves it on there. You can kind of see it on there. And he'll dry it in here. ¿Cuántos días a secar
2
esto?
meses, ese.
Pero este?
12.
So this will be 12 days
Yes,
to dry this one. This one he'll dry for 4 months.
4 months.
El proceso es más largo.
So
Wow.
that's why the process is
a
much
big
longer.
commitment.
It's a big commitment, big investment. But he'll sun dry it. You know, so it's all out in here, and he'll come in, use this to move it around.
Camas africanas.
They call this African beds.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 meses, Eddie.
2 meses.
Sí.
So this is dried for 2
Ya está
months.
listo para procesar. Estoy esperando secar aquel poquito para procesarlo todo.
So he's waiting to get all of his batches lined up and ready. So
Quiero
process
subastarlo.
everything.
Same time. Yeah.
Subastarlo en Facebook.
Yeah, yeah.
Sí.
So, you know, we've come down a little bit farther. One of the things that he's explaining to us is, so, you know, he has multiple things going on here because the coffee has to grow underneath trees in order to get the shade it needs and everything. So right here, these are eucalyptus trees, and he is milling this wood out so that he can add on to his house. So nothing goes to waste here. He needs to cut these trees because they're getting out of control for his coffee farm. But you see, here's a plank he's got cut that he's made so that he can, you know, add this to his house. So he just collects lumber and from the eucalyptus trees. So, and then also, I think I mentioned a minute ago, the fruit that he collects. So you can see that he's got some banana trees growing here. So he will harvest these bananas. They grow above the coffee, and yeah, it'll be pretty cool. So, whew, man, you know, I'm a flatlander in Indiana, and these hills make you winded walking in and out. But look here, so you can see the coffee, right? And then up there, I see some fruit trees up there, maybe some oranges or something growing there. Let's continue walking. Okay, this is very interesting right there. So you can see the coffee plant, right? And so it's been really dry here. So you got the coffees there. So he puts this log there,
Natural.
and he puts water in
Conserva
there.
agua por 3 meses.
So it'll hold water for up to 3 months.
So see, he's got that sitting there so that the water goes to the plant and waters that so that it doesn't dry out. So it's pretty cool. You can see that there, all the plants he's got. These are coffee plants.
Tiene nitrógeno.
It's full of nitrogen.
Oh, okay. And then of course those are banana trees, right?
Son bananos estos?
Plátano.
Plantains.
Plantains. Okay. So he's got some plantains growing there too. extremely interesting.
¿Te vendo la pega? ¿Ah?
I think if you started down this hill, you wouldn't land until you got to the bottom. You can see there we are. That's where we've come from. I hope you're enjoying this. Pretty fun. We are going to go on. I've got my trusty walking stick here, and I'm being very careful. What's
So
this?
This is the eucalyptus.
Uh-huh.
So he's got it set up so he can start milling it.
So you use like a chainsaw on that?
Como utiliza?
Sierra.
Yeah, with a
Con una
chainsaw.
sierra.
Okay.
Pongo una cuerda ya.
He uses a cord.
Cuerda aquí.
Ah,
Does
yeah,
it?
Corto.
like
and
a
then he just
chalk line.
cuts it.
Yeah.
Como en Alaska.
Just like in Alaska.
Just like in Alaska. He's reached the end of his property that I'm going to walk to. If you looked at, so he goes down here. I'm being careful. If you look down here, he goes down there and farms this coffee all the way down the hill. We're gonna stay up here, but wow, look at the view. It's beautiful. You can see the town below. That's not a Rossi?
Rosie's back over this way.
Okay.
Planta hidroeléctrica Río Macho.
The Rio Macho, where they produce all of the
See.
electricity, is right
Yeah.
over there. I don't want you to go any further.
Zero.
And then up on the other side of that ridge, back in there, is Tampanti, the national park.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then this is how we came up.
Es nuestro
yeah.
pulmón. Tapantí.
Yo escuché.
So you can see the road coming up through those houses, and that was some of the roads that we took getting up here. Man, I hope this video's doing it justice, and you are getting the sense of what hard work this man puts in. Also, that you can sit back and drink a cup of coffee in the morning and enjoy that. You have to appreciate this, right? He was jokingly calling the coffee bean the Costa Rican gold nugget.
No further lyrics.
So, yeah. We're going to sit here and enjoy this. We'll catch up with you in a second. Gracias por mi amigo, por el café. Salud.
Salud.
Perfecto.
¿Quién es este?
Sírvase.
It's been a pleasure being with you today, Nelson.
Ha estado un placer para estar contigo hoy, Nelson.
It's wonderful to see a man with so much passion.
Es maravilloso para ver un hombre con tanta pasión
And has worked really hard.
y está trabajando fuerte
Estamos.
Is excited about his
y está emocionado por su producto.
Aquí estamos.
Thank you.
Trabajando con mi familia.
Here we are working with our
y dándole
my
siempre
family.
gracias a Dios, y
We
aquí
give thanks
estamos,
to God, and here we are. We're fighting through it
de aquí hasta donde Dios nos alcance.
until the very end.
Ho, ho, ho.
Gracias, amigo.
Gracias a usted por visitarnos.
Thank you for
gracias a
visiting
Eddie
us,
por venir,
Freddie,
y
everybody for
espero
coming.
otra vuelta en Costa Rica.
And we look forward to your
Esta es
next
su
time in
casa.
Costa Rica. This is your house.